Hi everyone, thank you so much for clicking on my channel. I'm going to be doing a best and worst of the last 5 weeks of Foundation Friday. I just wanted to kind of give you guys an idea of how I would rank the foundations from the best all the way down to the worst and my reasoning for that. So I want these best and worst videos to just really help you have a starting point for foundations that you want to look at and maybe ones that you shouldn't even bother with. But these are my opinions and it's all based on my experience and my skin type. I have combination skin, which means that I have oily spots in my T-zone, but my cheeks tend to be very normal. So I'm going to rank these foundations 1 to 5, 1 being the best, 5 being the worst. So let's get started. For my number one choice, and I think you guys might be surprised about this if you've been watching my Foundation Friday series, but my number one choice is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. I have actually found myself grabbing this one much more than any of the other foundations that I've tested out over the past 5 weeks. This one has really grown on me. Not only is it super affordable at just $6, but the SPF in it has really been something that has been drawing me to it because obviously we're entering into the summer season. This is really lightweight and it is light coverage, which that was kind of one of the things that kind of put me off to it at first, was the fact that it was such light coverage. But as we are entering into warmer, sunnier days, I just find that I am gravitating towards lighter coverage. In fact, many days I haven't been wearing foundation at all, so I don't even mind that this has light coverage so much anymore. I just find that it's really easy to kind of throw on and go outside and not have to worry about layering on an extra SPF lotion. I still haven't managed to get over the scent of this, but hopefully that will grow on me. The second highest ranking foundation for this last 5 weeks is my MAC Studio Fix foundation. I think the reason that I haven't been reaching for this one as much lately is because the color is just a little too light for me right now. Plus, with the warmer weather and kind of just the whole summer vibe, I've been really into really dewy and luminous skin, and this doesn't necessarily give me that kind of a finish. This is more of a matte to semi-matte finish. I really love this product, but I just haven't been reaching for it as much as I have been reaching for the e.l.f. one. This one does retail for $28, but you use such a minuscule amount that a little bit goes a long way. Number 3 on my list is the Josie Maran Vibrancy Argan Oil Foundation. This was such a stunning foundation. Super long lasting, just really pretty and luminous. I think that if you had dry skin, this foundation would be so amazing for you. The downfall for this product as far as my skin is that it is oil-based, so by the end of the day I looked really oily. And another downfall to this one is the price. For the actual packaging, this is obviously just a sample size, but the full-sized 1 ounce bottle is $45, which is pretty pricey, but I do think that this is a really beautiful foundation. If you had normal to dry skin, I think you would really love this. Well, it's obviously no surprise my bottom 2, but the one that ranks number 4 is the number 7 Stay Perfect foundation. I've actually figured out how to make this work for me much better than what I had when I tested it out in the video. In the video, I used 5 pumps to get up to medium coverage because if a packaging tells me that I should get medium coverage, then I'm going to use however much product I need to in order to get that amount of coverage. But it really just caused it to look so cakey throughout the day. When testing this one out some more, I used way less product, like 2 to 3 pumps, and it is less coverage, but it doesn't get cakey throughout the day. So if you don't necessarily need a lot of coverage, you might actually like this foundation. I did find that I had to be a little bit particular about which concealers I paired with this because the one that I typically use, if you watch back to the video that I did the review of this one on, my concealer just did not blend well with this and it was just a cakey, dry mess under my eyes. So I do have to use more of a lightweight concealer with this. So overall, in order to make this work, I had to go for pretty light coverage, but I do still think it is a pretty foundation, but it's definitely not as long lasting as it claims to be. However, for being a $15 foundation and having sunscreen and having kind of some more neutral color choices, I do think that this could be a good option for a specific type of consumer, but I don't necessarily think that this one meets the needs of a lot of skin types, even though that it does say that this works for all skin types. This one just isn't my favorite foundation. I haven't reached for it very much since reviewing it. So that brings us to the worst foundation of the last 5 weeks that I have tried out, and this should be no surprise, but the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless foundation was just a big fail for me. It was really drying. It was very patchy. It was very cakey. It did not last nearly as long as it claimed that it would last. This one was just a big no for me, and at almost $50 for 1 ounce, I'm gonna have to say that unless you have extremely oily skin, you should probably just pass on trying this foundation. Well, that is it for my best and worst of the last 5 weeks of Foundation Friday. Next week, I'm going to be kicking off the next 5 weeks and showing you guys some pretty awesome foundations. I'm feeling very excited about it. I can't wait to share with you guys what I have. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I love you all so much, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.